That's it. We're live. We're doing it. We're playing games, and by that I mean drawing. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rookzer0 Discord and Draw. I need to come up with a real name that works well with that. Discord and Draw, the D&D Drawcast. Welcome back, everybody. How are you all doing today? It's going to be a fun one. Today we are working on the Gnoll Arcane Spellslinger? Arcane Sniper? Yeah. It's a weird one. Yeah, we're going to make a Sci-Fi Gnoll today. It's going to be pretty awesome. Did I spell it wrong? I might have spelled it wrong. That sounds like something I would do. Did I say Gnoll? I did say Gnoll. Welcome to the Sci-Fi Gnoll. Nope, I'm just dumb like that sometimes. Okay, we have Sci-Fi Gnolls now, which is probably going to be better. But we are back in the Discord today, in the live stream, if people want to come hang out. We also have the Aggie software up for Patreon and YouTube members. If they'd like to come draw with us today. I am going to be working in Photoshop for part of this, but we'll be jumping back and forth to see how the drawing Discord thing is doing. Welcome, Rick. Welcome, John. How are you? Jonas. Mr. Jonas. I gotta get some drinky going. Get some drinky poo. Fulfill the ASMR requirements for the show. Oh, yeah. I'm good. Yesterday I woke up super late. Today I woke up super early so I could go to the store and fight off the... Yeah, I've been up for 4 hours already. Had to fight off the hordes of the zombie apocalypse. It was pretty good. I had to go to the Winco this morning and pick up all my sundries for the next week or two. It was pretty fun. Yeah. How's everybody else doing today? We're gonna draw some gnolls here. Here we go. So I have to do a sci-fi gnoll. I'm gonna read this. Again. Make sure I'm doing it right. Let's see what we got here. Rifle of the Plains. Multi-planes. Bioorganic armor. Black in color. Silvery blue eyes. I'm sleepy still. Well, Skeleton King, that's okay. It's all right, you know. Everybody's got to wake up when they want to wake up. It feels right. How's the art over here going? Hey, we got some sexy bio legs going already. Bri, welcome. This is an ugly shade of magenta. What? Starting off the morning right, huh? With 50 push-ups? I can do 50 push-ups today. Why did you choose this colorful shade of magenta? Did you want to just destroy my computer monitor? Is that the goal? I do need to start the day with some exercise, though. So we can probably do that. So for everybody in the chat, if I get tipped, you can make me do some push-ups. I'm going to do half of these as jumping jacks, and then the rest is push-ups. Okay, 25 push-ups. Here we go. Bri, how are you this morning? Hope things are going well. We did it, cat. We did it. Come on, you don't get to steal my chair. Get out of here. Go on, get. Okay. Whew. Not welcome. Welcome back. Okay. We've done the warm-up. We've done Oh, now my pen's not working. That's great. What happened? There we go. Okay. Space gnolls. That's the goal for today. Gotta get some space gnolls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty well versed in sci-fi stuff. So it shouldn't be too hard. It's just a matter of incorporating the gnoll into my space armor. Let's see if we can get a good gnoll shape in here. The video is just my background. Well, thank you. People are supposed to say stuff like that. Da-da-da. Is the stream live? No, you are. Jacob, thank you also for poking. Let's start that over. See if I can do a better gnoll face. Da-na-na-na-na. How's everybody else's? Yeah, Space Marine plus Gnoll. Here we go. How's everybody else's art coming along? If you're doing art with us. It's not bad. Okay, I want this Gnoll to be a little more hunched than the last one I did. Hey! Uh-oh. You know we got Warforged Centaur that's Cavalier's mount? That's pretty epic. A Cleric Centaur, that sounds pretty fun. That's pretty awesome. Yep. Cleric buffs are pretty great. Oh, interesting. Yeah, being able if you're a Cavalier and you know I've had enough players play horses and stuff that sounds really weird. That I have yet to have somebody play the mount of another player. So that would be an interesting way to do it. Have a centaur with a cleric or with a cavalier on top. Of course, I have had people play with their mounts having levels, which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of the same thing, I guess. But, Bri, I am doing a Sci-Fi Gnoll commission today. I'm going to see if I can give this Gnoll some sexy space armor here. Got to figure out how I want to curve this, though. Some spexy space armor. Someone joined the chat. Welcome. I should probably have Discord open. That might help so I can see things. Gotcha. Whoo, boy. I should probably spend some time learning another language. Like actually learning another language instead of just fiddling around with it. Japanese is tough. I took 4 years of Japanese and I don't know much. I have like basic sentence structure and I know how to say some inappropriate things, but that's about it. Yeah, the important stuff, you know. So for everybody in the YouTube chat right now, we're having a conversation about uh, accents in your native tongue, and I think I would just correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying that you have a country accent in Finnish. In Finnish, that's interesting. I never thought about other countries having more written language. Okay, got it. Okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess would you consider a country accent a dialect, or is that just something different? Is that okay? Gotcha. Well, it works. Yeah, I've always just kind of thought of uh, like super southern accents. I don't really think about it as a dialect, but I guess it is. For the most part, it's understandable, but maybe not to other people. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there are definitely people in America that can't understand each other, but I think that might be the cadence of speaking or the drawl. Yeah, I don't know if that has anything to do with. That's something we haven't talked about on this channel is like character accents. Are there any? I think you did Guff pretty good. Guff was pretty good. Well, it sounded different than your normal voice, so. Ah, no. See, that's pretty good. Yeah, cadence is a good one. How do people deal with that? I know a lot of people have struggled with accents. Well, not so much accents, I guess, but just character voices. Is that something you deal with on your tape? On your Yeah, how do you deal with that? It's a good question to throw at the YouTube chat, I think. You just do. Nice. Why do all your dragonborns die? I've made a weird. This is not good. Gotta get those warm-ups. Yeah, those are some pretty good thighs. I like that. That's good. Make everything sound like a Southern aristocrat. That's a pretty good way to do it, too. Well, I never. I tell you what. Man, gnolls are weird because like every gnoll I draw, I want to look like this. I just want them to look like super hunched and crunchy. But when I draw robots, I do the opposite, and I give them like super good posture. I don't know how to mix the two. I don't know if he's supposed to be a robot, but yeah, I might do that. Let's yeah. If anything can fix a gnoll, it's fix a gnoll's posture. It's bio armor. I can do that too. But yeah. I like the idea of the super southern. I think I give a lot of my police captains a southern draw. You gotta go in there. Excuse me, sir. Can you go in there and take care of them goblins for us, please? All right, that'd be good. If Boss Hogg has taught me anything about police force, you know, that was a really old reference. I don't think anybody got that. Taillight. Busting your taillight, yeah. Have you watched any movie ever? That's the great. Yeah, Southern. Do all Southern country people sound the same regardless of the country they live in? Is that how that works? No, they don't. Dukes of Hazzard, General Lee. There you go. My aristocrat name is Buford Beaumont Beauregard. It's a pretty good one, actually. Well, they just call me Dip. I'm a big fan of all that shenaniganry. Gotta get a kid with a banjo out there, and then we're good to go. I learned how to play that on the trombone. I don't know what that says about me. Dueling banjos. It's a Deliverance movie? Come on, these movies are only like, what, 25, 30 years old? People should know this stuff. Oh, shit. Now that I think about it. When did Dukes of Hazzard come out? Was that in the 70s? Shoot. '79. Okay. There's also a movie they did with new people, but really old TV show. What kind of movies are there in Finnish? Do they? 1979. Those are good old boys in the General Lee. Oh man, I have to argue with people about what the hell is it? The Union Jack all the time. It's really funny. Confederate flag. Did I say the Union Jack? I don't know if that's what I meant. I think so. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, gross. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's stop that right there. All right, let's see. How else are we gonna make this look more futuristic-y sci-fi? I still don't know what a arcane sniper is. Is that an actual class, or is that something that is made up? Yeah, it's a bad joke, but that's okay. You're not on YouTube today, so you can say bad stuff, I guess. Ugh. Black and color. It's a chronomancer / rifle. What? Immortal chronomancer rifle of the Plains Gnoll. Yep. I dig it. I really like this idea. It's another homebrew class, okay. There's only two types of DMs: the people that are rules as written, and then the people that are like, yeah, let's have Godzilla in here just tramping around. Interesting. The loud minority. Yeah, I feel like that's probably a good point, that it is more that people with interesting stories, one way or the other, are probably the ones that talk the most about it. Because if a DM is just really laid back, it never really becomes an issue. It's like, yeah, you can do that, or whatever. But I could definitely see. I've heard a lot of horror stories about DMs that are just a little too strict. And by a little too strict, I mean like just really boring. But generally, what I will do when I play a game, especially with new players, is I will go rules as written for the most part, but ignore a lot of them. So, like, if something a new person suggests makes sense, I'll allow it, and I will then allow it just for a while, and then as soon as we level up, it's like, okay, you guys, level 5 now. I'm gonna start incorporating these rules. So you guys are gonna have to worry about pulling potions out of your bags or drawing weapons, or we're gonna start worrying about weight class because, yeah, same here. But I start adding things for them to keep track of. Like once they hit like some sizable amount of money, it's like, okay, now everybody needs to start worrying about how much gold you're carrying, because you're all carrying about 700 pounds of gold. Let's deal with that in one way or another. this here. I do like the integration of sci-fi into D&D games. It's a nice song. It's a good song. Well, how do? There's definitely a limit that I've found, where it's just like, I can't do that voice. That voice is just not going to work. Not something I can do. Yeah, that's true. I hope I did okay with the D&D game we played. I didn't think about it, but it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing all my voices now for the internet. Great. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was fun. But, yeah. That's an interesting thought too. I haven't seen many. I haven't watched many movies or TV shows. I've seen a bunch of stuff in like Japanese because I don't watch the subs. I don't like the subs. I don't like the dubs. There we go. I just watch subtitles. So, but I haven't really thought about character voices in other languages. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. I'd love to have like a how do other languages sound in other languages? I think there's a YouTube video like that out there, but like that would be a fun, like, what do gnolls sound like in French? That would be really cool. And just start making a See, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope right there. All my gnolls have to be finished from now on. Let's do this. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. You're slowly implanting horrible things in my ears that I can't understand. I'm late to this party. Is there a context to this piece? Yeah, Wyatt. I'm drawing a sci-fi gnoll today. We're basically drawing a gnoll space marine, which is pretty awesome. It's supposed to be a little more bioorganic, so I'm going to try to incorporate some of the musculature and stuff in there. But this is my starting point. It is a commission day, so we're just hanging out, working on the commission. If you want to hang out in Discord, you're more than welcome. We're trying accents today. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, I am very bad about my accents, and I discovered this when I was a waiter like 10 years ago. I would walk up to someone's table and they'd have a really thick accent, and by the time I was done taking their order, I would be copying them, and I'm like, that's real bad. I need to not do that. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, if you know another language, that's a great way. Just pick a language for a different race, like elves or dwarves. Yeah. I'll usually just like garbledy curse at people when I need to like speak Draconic. Speak Goblinish. Goblinish is not good. Goblinish is. What do I do for goblins? Usually I just like, yeah, I just like gargle at them. No, what? Oh, you speak goblin. I forgot. Maybe. So actually, that's a fun thing we didn't really get to talk about. I was hoping yesterday we'd have a lot of people asking about the live stream game, but there just weren't anybody around. There weren't no one around yesterday. Um, but yeah, so what I did for the level 0 campaign was basically if you thought your character should do something, I rolled a die for it, and if it was above 75%, you were right. so, so yeah. So with the level 0 campaign, the way that I've normally run them in the past is everybody has 3 or 4 characters, and you roll dice as you go with them, and hopefully at least one of them survives. And then when they all get to level 1, that's when people can start taking languages and like putting their stats where they want them. But at level 0, because you're just kind of a blank character, if you can make an argument for something like my character, do I know this language? That's the question. It's really asking the DM if you know something about it, or I think my character knows this language. It's like, cool, let's see if you do. You roll the dice for it, and whether or not you can, you can. And so if you want to do, like, you want to read a language, like that was one thing you said. You're like, do I know how to read? And it's like, let's find out. And yeah, but it's fun. It's just a fun way to do a level 0 campaign. And then when you hit level 1, you can take skills in linguistics, and it's like, you know what? I'm going to spend a little more time because I thought I could read Goblin. Turns out, not so good. I'm gonna spend a little time learning that. And it's a really fun way for me to make a character. I think it's a, yeah, yeah. You told me about that guy. Okay. I've had a few of those games where you get through the entire campaign doing a character voice, and then at the end of the night you're like, well, I can't talk now. I see. You're in my laboratory now. Ah! Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I can steal Egoraptor. Egoraptor has a bunch of really fun voices, and I think I can steal a lot of his voices, which are fun. So you might run into those in the next time we play the campaign. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Egoraptor. Mind you, I am always on Team Dan because Dan is the best. If you're not a Ninja Sex Party fan, I'm sorry. Oh, not a fan of the NSP, huh? NSP is the way to go. Not just giving you crap. I mean, I guess, yeah. I guess Ninja Sex Party's been out for like 10 years now, but I don't know if they've been touring for 10 years. Rook, did you put Gnoll in the title on purpose? Pretty sure it has something to do with the forest. I did not. That was supposed to be Gnoll, but I'm an idiot. So I did change it. I hope it updated. If it hasn't updated for you yet, maybe refresh the page. But yeah, no, I do that a lot sometimes. I'm not sure why. Probably, but not really. That's weird. I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't think I am dyslexic. I think I'm just lazy when it comes to spelling. And I have no actual dyslexic proof. I've never been tested for it. I function properly when it comes to reading, as far as I'm aware, because yeah. So, but yeah, it is fixed. Okay, good. No, I remember when I was little, I did have trouble reading. Part of that was glasses, so I have glasses. Once again, Constitution score of 9. And yeah, I didn't like reading when I was a kid, and whenever I took spelling tests, I didn't care. And now I'm suffering through adulthood with the inability to spell properly or write words. Yeah. So every time I think of Knowles, I think of I don't know why I put a K in it. Knol. Knowles. And just like like I am not. Your name is spelled with a K. Knot. I thought that was how Not the Goblin's name was spelled too. And so when I first posted my I did like a little Critical Role fan art, and I spelled it that way, and I got chewed out by everyone. Like, that's not how you spell that. I'm like, oops. Didn't know. Yeah, no, I just bad at spelling. So if I ever do have spelling errors, please feel free to correct me. I will not take offense, because it's one of my failures, and I'm aware of it. I don't know if I've written your name. I hope I haven't misspelled your name. Really bad with names? That's another thing I'm bad at. Yeah, they do both start with letters. That's a great point. So, you know. Oh, what a terrible naming convention for a family. Jonas, and Johanna? Let's see. What weird... I have some family members that are like that. And it's just like... When I was really little, it's like, okay, I can remember those cousins' names because they're all very, very similar. And then now later in life, it's like, I'm not sure I know which one's which. Because I always say all their names at the same time. That's not true. But it's kind of true. I'm really bad with names, and that has been my strategy for most of my life. To just call everybody Bud. Say, thanks, friend. How's it going, man? Please don't take offense. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your buddy, pal. Oh, man. Yeah. No, I was also a sibling dude person. My sister and I used to say that stuff all the time. Isn't your dude? It's like, don't talk to me, dude. Who are you? You know, I'm always surprised how much people still like Counter Strike. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. Definitely. Oh yeah. If I could just all of a sudden one day convert all of my Diablo 3 or my World of Warcraft time into art skills, I would absolutely do that. I would dump it. I mean, now I don't know. I don't know if I can actually say that. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun hanging out with my friends in World of Warcraft. Yeah, exactly. My big thing with I don't know if anybody ever played Final Fantasy 11, but that game helped me get really good at art. I also learned how to play the guitar. Yeah, it was pretty early on. Yeah, it was. Um, yeah, first Final Fantasy MMO. I think EverQuest came out a few years before it. Um, but yeah, it was really slow when it first came out. I think it's still kind of slow now, but it was funny because if you were a healer, all you had to do was press one button to keep healing the tank if the tank knew how to do their job. So I set up a macro so I could just push one button to do that. And then what I would do is I would just push that button with my toe, and I learned how to play the guitar while I was playing Final Fantasy, or I would play other video games while I was doing that. Um, yeah, time well spent. So that was fun. My friends were like, "How are you leveling up so fast?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not really playing. That's how, that's how I'm doing it. I don't have to pay attention because I'm the healer." I really enjoy being support characters. Healers are my jam. Bruisers, yeah, Bruisers is a good class. I feel like anytime a character can be described as a juggernaut, it's just like, oh, that's broken. Oh, I'm the tank and the highest DPS. It's like, okay, great Blizzard. Why did you do that? Well, those are all bruisers. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Darius and Mordekaiser are definitely bruisers. Super tough and like I think the way that works for me, like the reason I'm okay with some of that is because they're very much supposed to be single target, and then when they start buffing their AOE stuff, it starts getting really ridiculous. And that happened for a while in World of Warcraft, where the highest DPS were the tanks, and it's just like you can just have a party of tanks, and you don't need any other class. Like, why are you doing this? Yeah. Oh, is it like that again now? Oh, jeez. Blizzard, what have you done? Yeah, I miss old school, like kiting and CC mages and stuff. Yep. Yeah. No. Absolutely. I think that was the thing. Like, I would not play Vanilla WoW again. It was. it was amazing to begin with, but then everyone kind of figured out, oh yeah, this is bad because of X. Let's fix that. And then I don't want to go back to X not being fixed. But they also broke a lot of stuff along the way. Disciplined priests for the win. So good. Yep. Yeah, if you're a good healer in WoW, you didn't have to be in a guild. People would just pick you up. Yeah. The other that's cool. That was a big something my friends and I did is we tried to 3-man every dungeon in the game, which was really fun. Like that's the way I like playing that game, is basically just trying to build a party that works without a full party. So that's what. So Jump Rope and I have done that with like 1 or 2 other people. Basically, just try to level up doing dungeons with 3 people. Oh, you're good. But I'm also a big fan of that with D&D too. I guess I like 3-man parties. I think are a good solid number. You can do that. I mean, I don't see why Guff couldn't do that. Guff could be a juggernaut. Yeah, I think the Pathfinder, the Titan Mauler, is a good way to do that, because you're going to start doing insane damage to big things. You have really high damage, and you have when you're raging, you have a pretty good reserve of hit points. So if you can find a way to be tougher, you can give up, like I said, you can give up your speed boost if you have put armor on. Yeah, get some plate. Get some plate mail. I'm an armored kobold. My name is Guff, and I am fantastical. Okay, we've got armored Gnoll here, which is pretty sweet. Now I got to figure out how the junk do. Do I want to do cybernetic pants? Some sweet legs. Or do I want to do like the fantasy cloth belt? Or both? I feel like I should do the cybernetic pants. Oh, were you able to make Guff with? Yeah, he does have 10 strength, doesn't he? That's pretty awesome. It's all right. You're gonna have a lot of. So your damage is gonna be a lot of rolling, which is fine. Like that's where your damage is gonna come from, which is gonna make it high and low, which is gonna be great. What's wrong with the giant sword? I think Guff with the giant sword is gonna be great. Just 4 levels. You gotta survive for 4 levels. You know what I should do with this dude? I should just give him diva legs. Let me do this. And like a big machine gun cannon. Yeah. Pew 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 pew. I'm not sure what he knows about outside of Australia, but he had a singer who was running up in Australia. I know back in 2000. Popular and turned into a bit of a meme. His name was Shannon Knoll. I've always wanted to play a name shift with a Knoll. That'd be kind of fun. I like that kind of stuff where you try to make people or like pop pop icons into players. It's really funny. One of my players is playing a necromancer named Pico de Gallo, and and he painted his little gnome figure. It's the one of the Pathfinder gnome mage with the really tall hat. He painted it to look like a Tabasco bottle. And then someone on YouTube actually commented that they were playing a gnome necromancer named Tabasco. And I'm like, no way, that's crazy. And I thought that was really funny. So, not a pop culture person, but still really good. Still a cool way to kind of thematically make a character work. My name is Spicy Sriracha. Okay, so we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go like this. We'll probably do like big old RoboCop legs. Those RoboCop legs are dope. Hello, welcome to the live chat. How's it going? Okay. Nice. Okay. Now we'll be back in a bit. All right. So we can do this. RoboCop was another one of those movies that was like super influential on me as a child, and then later realized, oh, I should not have watched that as a child. Well, RoboCop was super good, but like I said in my previous episode, my dad was really good at curating movies. So he would pause things and make us leave the room if he knew something bad was coming. So I watched RoboCop a bunch as a kid. And then one day when I was sick, I stayed home from school, and I watched it, and I watched the part where he just gets, like, shot to crap. And I was like, I don't remember this at all. I wasn't ready. So, yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's another good one. That one traumatized my sister. So, Friday the 13th, Chucky. I remember Tremors. I watched that when I was really, really little, and it like made me scared to touch the ground for a while. I was like, I can't touch the floor; things will eat me. And then watching it later in my life, I'm like, oh, this movie's really funny. I totally dig this. Good old Bert. That's probably better. If you can't remember which movie it was that traumatized you, that's probably good. I love Tremors. Yeah, Tremors is great. Man, Bert, is it Gumble? Bert Gumble? That doesn't sound right. I did put Bert in one of my D&D campaigns. Gummer, Bert Gummer. That was really fun. I had my friends show up to a big old desert area for my party, and I was like, hey, okay, yeah, someone's been making guns in the desert, and you have to figure out who it is. And I was like, this is Bert. My friends were like, no, we're not doing this. And I'm like, no, it's cool, be cool. Just go along with it. Orcs should have Russian accents. That's pretty funny. Oh man, the new American Gods just came out a while ago. They have Chernobyl? I don't know if I say that right. No, no, no. The death god with the giant hammer. I think it's Chernobog. But I love that guy. I gotta remember that guy's name. Slavic god of death. Portrayed by Peter Stormare. I love Peter Stormare. He's pretty great. I don't know why you guys doing Russian accents made me think of that, but I love it. Yeah. Nothing good. Nothing. Yeah, if you haven't had a good Orcus campaign, you should get on that. It's a good. It's a good one. Yeah, you know, I don't have a lot of. I don't have a lot of. Um, I only get a handful of accents from TV, and around where I live, there are not a lot of. There's not a lot of variation. Yeah. Orcs with Russian accents. I thought of bugbears with generic Slavic accents. I like that too. I think bugbears would be good. I think bugbears are good. I'll be right back. Oh boy. They're here. That's the wrong button. There we go. The stickers have arrived. That's great news. Let's see if they look awesome. I think to be honest, I don't know if these are actually the stickers. I think the stickers are on hold while the world's falling apart. So, if we survive the apocalypse, we'll get stickers. That being said, oh nope, they made them. All right, we've got labels and we've got lizard stickers. So that's pretty dope. Yeah. Why does the bear ask for help? What? Did I miss a joke? Is there a joke somewhere I'm supposed to be reading? Is it in the voice channel? Look, some references. It seems sci-fi armor confirms to be the shape of the gnoll. I don't know when that was posted. I hope I addressed what you're talking about. Let's do that. I didn't hear it either. Oh, that's what. Okay. Got it. Well, okay, I got some stickers now, so that's awesome. So, I will work on getting those out to the Patreon members here in the next few weeks. I'll probably message people on Patreon about that, and then we'll go from there. I'm probably going to have to be readjusting the Patreon reward systems, because we do have the games as an option now, and we'll have to figure out times for those, and we'll figure that out. So if you want to become a Patreon member, you're welcome to it. I think the above Bugbear or Bugbear members will be getting stickers this time. and I might adjust that for later. So that'll be cool. For a day and a half, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm glad we got that worked out, though. If anybody has issues with Patreon, please let me know. Or with the Discord, please let me know. Oh, I did. Well, I bought stickers. That's one thing. So, and then I bought, I got an air filter, which is nice. Yeah, having the ability to breathe helps me stream amazingly well. So thank you, everybody who's been supporting the channel and allowing me to do things like keep drawing and breathe. I like both of those things very much. Filter, liquefy. I don't know. Maybe school. Dun dun dun. I have returned. Yeah. The apparition. The apparition. The appearance of. That's not right. Apparition is something different, I think. I will post a picture of these stickers. I'm super excited about these. I'll post a picture of these later on the YouTube. I like it. If you're not drawing right now, everybody start drawing. Unless you're at work, in which case, work and don't get fired, because that's super good to not do that. Did you finish your assignment yet? 3 out of 5? That's good. That's good. Yeah. I used to. I think I can talk about my experiences as a teacher without. I guess I just can't name names. I had a couple people get really upset with me because I had to fail them, and they're like, "Why are you failing me?" I'm like, "Well, you didn't turn in your assignments." And they're like, "Yes, I did." I'm like, and I would open it up. It's like, you literally just turned in the assignment. Like, I handed you the paper, you wrote your name on it, and handed it back. You didn't do it. You just turned it in. Like, that's not how that works. So. So there's a level of you have to choose to do the work to learn that I think some people just don't get. So if you wanna learn how to do art, do art. That's the first step. If you can't do the art, then that's maybe don't do it. Yeah. Yep. Step 1, draw circles. Step 2, owls. Step 3, $1 million. That's it. Well, if your owl's not good enough to get you to step 3, you gotta keep working on it. Gotta draw more circles. Gotta draw more owls. Somebody has to have drawn $1 million owl. Dear Google, $1 million owls. That sounds like a fucking TikTok band name. $1 million owls. Owl City. There, done. I don't know if they've made $1 million or not. I assume. Yeah, you're not wrong. Is it still for sale? See, this is the problem with Facebook posts, because you keep finding things like this Beanie Baby is worth $1 bajillion, and like you go to eBay and there's one up for $1 bajillion that has no bids, and then there are 1,000 of them up for $7, and it's like, oh, so this is worth $7. Got it. I don't know what to do with this dude's. Dude, you know, I don't even know if this is a dude. It's a Gnoll. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. Oh, weird. I think it's a dude. Do I put... Do I give it a sniper rifle? Am I allowed to give it a sniper rifle? It's an arcane sniper. I mean, that's like... Do I need... He wields what is known as a Rifle of the Planes, which is an artifact that exists between multiple planes and can allow itself and the wielder to move freely as well. It is a rifle. It says rifle right there, but like... It's just like a... It's one of those Nerf or Super Soakers. It's just a Nerf or nothing. Yep. It's just a Super Soaker. There we go. It shoots astral presences. Quintessence. It's a quintessence blaster is what it is. Yeah. I think the Rifle of Fireballs is... I've seen a few of them. And basically it's just like, can I have a grenade launcher? No. How about a Rifle of Fireballs? Yeah, all right. I don't see an issue here. Every now and again I'll give my players something crazy like a necklace of fireballs or a wand of lightning bolt, just to be like, have fun with that. Let me know what you do with it. And then they'll forget about it for months. And then someone will just like, wand of random wands. Once per... I tried to give somebody a bow that would shoot a random arrow, and one of them was just like Finger of Death, and I'm like, no one will ever get that. And then she rolled it twice in a row and two-shot my bosses. Well, she one-shot each of them, and I was just like, okay, well, that sucks for me, but like they were ecstatic. They were just like, that was the coolest thing ever, and I'm like, great, cool. I'm glad everybody's happy. I was not expecting that, so. Dancing lights. 27 orbs of light dance around your face. Dang it. There's not. It's we're just being silly. But yes, I think random spells are I'm not a big fan of them. I like random controlled things, which is why like I generate treasure lists for my friends or my players, so that they basically have like, I know everything on their list is something their character would want, versus, okay, roll a D100 and we'll pull it out of the book, and then it's something that's just like, well, that's completely useless and stupid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bubble pipe. Yeah, there's some weird stuff in there. Mind you, some of those have been kind of fun. Like one of my players got a trinket that turns into a goat that you can ride around. That was pretty cool. And it's really funny because that one specifically for goat statue, it's like when you get the goat statue, you have to roll to see which of the 4 goat statues it is. One of them like summons angry goats to fight for you. One of them you can ride. I think you can eat one of them. But I think it's based off of Thor's goats. Um, okay, so I'm gonna continue onward with the conversation, but yeah, so random items can be fun and they can also suck. So I think it's Gloves of Thievery. I like those. I've given those to a few people. The boots of what are the other one? The uh, trap finding boots are a really funny one to give like a mage. So like this is stupid, and then they've become like the main thing one of my casters does now. They just show up and they're like, I'm gonna check for traps. It's like, well, you're allowed to do that because you have the boots. So I don't know. I love hate relationship with random stuff, but I definitely think there needs to be limitations. I honestly hate wild magic, but I will allow it. Yeah, I think a lot of people get fascinated with like, haha, I'm so random, it's funny. It's like, yeah, it's just making the game take longer. So if you could speed that up. Maybe I've been playing my wild magic wrong because I usually have them print out a sheet like a chart that like has a bunch of stuff on it. Is that not how I'm supposed to be doing it? See, that's interesting. I just had them always do it, and that takes forever. So that might be something to do. Just have it be kind of thematically charged. Yeah, so that's cool. Okay, see that makes it a little different. I must have missed that part. I've only ever done it once with one player, and like I said, I basically I think I jumped the gun with it because I told them like, okay, find the chart you want to use, and then I approved it and like print it out, and then you deal with that. Whenever you cast a spell, roll it. So I just made them do it every time, and it was really slow and not fun. So I guess that's my fault. I'll have to go back and look at the rules. Um, but I am a big fan of um, boop boop boop. Brain stopped. I'm a big fan of giving my players something like that would basically either an item that has a few options. So it's like this is really powerful. It has a chance to be good or bad, and you kind of they get to decide when to use it, or um, items that change things very kind of like small aspects of something, like something that can flip weapon type. Like once per day, you can shift something that would be fire damage to ice damage, just to see what they do with it. But and that kind of stuff. I've had weapons like that, where you like you can pull something out of a bag, like pull a weapon out of a bag, and you roll a die to see what it is. It's just like, haha, dang it! I pulled a garden hoe out. That's been kind of fun. But that is also something I've run into where it's like you give somebody an item like that, and then they are like, the barbarian doesn't want it. It's like, but I built it for you, and they're like, nope, I'm gonna give it to the druid. Oh, can't use anything I pull out of this bag. This bag is dumb. And it's like, well, it wasn't meant for the druid. It was supposed to be for the barbarian. Well, never mind. But, yeah. But I will do that. I'll do that with like bullets or arrows. I'll give people like prismatic quivers that 2 or 3 times a day you can pull a random enchanted arrow out of the bag. And then sometimes it'll be funny because I'll be like, do you want to try to figure out what the arrow does? They're like, nope, just going to shoot it. It's like, okay, here we go. I don't know if I've told you guys the story about my gunslinger player. She is a Gripply gunslinger, which is great. And I gave her... she wanted to be able to make explosive bullets. And I'm like, okay, you're not an alchemist, so you can't make that, and you can't enchant them. But I'll let you basically put, like... I let her roll to make explosive rounds. So they work kind of like a fire burst bullet, but then a little variation to it. And then I gave them to her, and she's like, okay, every time I load the gun, I'm going to put 1 bullet in. And I'm going to, like, spin the chamber, so I don't know where it is. And that's just the character decision she made. That it was, yeah, so that was really random. But the way I dealt with it is I grabbed a bunch of poker chips, because we were using those to keep track of, like, grit points and other things. And what I do is every time she says she reloads her gun, I grab 1 red chip, and I put it in 5 white chips, and then I kind of shuffle them, and I hide them. And then as she fires the gun, I just take the top chip off the stack. And she's killed one of the players on accident because he got knocked down. And she fired the explosive bullet at the guy that was trying to kill him. And I'm like, well, you've killed the guy that was saving him, and now you take damage and you're dead. And it's like, no! Blow him up. So, really funny. A +3 arrow of healing. That's pretty good. Whee! Ugh. Giant homebrewed Cyclops. Gotcha. The roof kills everybody. Yeah. No, I think that kind of like repercussion is really important to the game. Because there's a lot of people kind of get trapped in their own characters. Like, oh, friendly fire's turned off. It's like, I didn't say that. I'm the DM. I make those decisions. Friendly fire is absolutely turned on. Yep, I think that's a really good thing to do for large creatures as well. Like forcing people to use magic to get inside regular sized places, or like it kind of, I think it balances out the benefits from being large pretty nicely. Why would you make a large kobold? Because you want to be a dragon? I'm a dragon! Wow! Thank you. QWQ? How do you say that emoji? QWQ. Like it's the little face, right? It's a little happy face. But how would you pronounce it or say it? Woo woo. Coo 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 coo. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know either. That's fine. If you don't know, then I'll just say thank you for saying you like my art. Yum goat curry. Whoop, whoop. Swished him. Yeah. Let's see how many innocent people you've crushed with your giant Cyclops powers. Ah! I think your character's slipping towards evil if you kill a bunch of people, even if it's on accident. Yeah, that's neglect, is what that is. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that is. That's a good. Ooh, yeah. I've played a few people like that. That's kind of fun. Um, I think I would do that too. I think if I lost an eye during an adventuring party, I would complain about it all the time. So for the Adventure Zone, I can't talk. I don't want to talk about spoilers in different shows, but oh, so good. They take care of that stuff so well. They deal with injuries and trauma pretty good. Maybe that's my issue with being a cleric all the time is I don't really worry about that stuff. It's like, oh, you went blind? I can fix that later. Don't worry about it. My God is good. I'll pray for a little bit. We'll get your eyes back. When we were doing our we did a campaign where we traded off DMs every 2 weeks, which was really fun. But something I did when I was the DM, one of the players got cursed, and I'm gonna keep track of this myself, and I would roll for it every time, and then Jump Rope gave the same player, without her knowing about the curse, armor that basically fed him every day. Whenever he slept, he got a full. It's like dream meal or something. It didn't matter. He didn't have to eat anymore. But then the next time I played, I was like, okay, roll your Constitution save. You failed. You are cursed. You are starving. And he's like, but I don't have to eat. And I was like, what? And he's like, every night I sleep and I get fed. And I'm like, dang it. And so he had this weird balance of being permanently cursed. He was permanently cursed because he couldn't eat anymore, but he didn't have to eat. And I was just like, well, dang. So, and then instead of trying to get it cured, he's just like, that's fine. I guess this is good. I'll just live in the armor now. So he just starts slowly dying. Warforged is pretty good. Or undead. Undead players have been really a pain in the butt. Did you remember to bring food? Oh, no! How are we doing? I haven't looked at the artwork over here. Got sexy snake ladies going in. Sexy snake ladies! I'm over here drawing kobolds. Dang it. That's push-ups. Dang it! I forgot to write down the rules of my push-up game. I will have to do that tonight. What is up with people in bagpipes for their bards? I really wanted to play the bagpipes when I was in high school. So one of my cousins played the bagpipes, and I was like, oh, that's super cool. And then I started listening to bagpipe music, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I think I've... Oh, hurdy-gurdies are pretty good, too. I think those two things are probably the most requested. Yeah. When a lot of people talk about their bards, they're like they either play the hurdy-gurdy or they play the bagpipes. I've had a bunch of people say organs, and it's just like, but why an organ? You can't carry that with you. Organ backpacks. That's pretty funny. Didgeridoo. I've had one player have a didgeridoo, which was pretty great. He actually owned one, and so whenever he wanted to play, he would bust it out. Wow, 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 wow. We're like, we get it. We're good. You can stop. That's pretty good. Knowles looks like a decked out paintball player. He does look like a decked out paintball player. Jeez. Man, I haven't played Terraria in forever. Forever. Terraria was a good game. Yeah, dancing bar is a really cool idea. What are the other ones? You know, the bardic performance can really be anything. It just has to be a performance. Yeah, oratory is a good one. Orator. I had one that told jokes. That one was really good. Poetry is an option. That could be your fascination. Like, I'm going to start doing some slam poetry. Everybody has to start clapping. And then, you know, I like that. I really like the bards. Their fascination spells are pretty great. You could be a knife juggler. I've also had death metal bards. That was really funny. I had a death metal. What the hell was it called? It's the bard barbarian combo. Is it Galt? Scald, yeah, Scald. There we go. And so they did a battle axe that was actually their guitar, their bass guitar, and they would just start like start thrashing out during combat, and I'm like, yeah, metal bard. Wah, 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 wah. What? I don't think we're thinking of the same thing, because I'm thinking of the yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. The Who is didn't the Who sing the introduction to CSI Miami? That's what I was thinking of. Bam. Oh, yes. Okay, not the Who. The H. Yeah. Okay. That is two very different bands. Walked into bagpipes, like people playing the bagpipes, or like. Oh, got it. Okay. That's pretty cool. Nice. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I should. I mean, how should I put the? Do I want to have this guy's? Do I need to get rid of his arm? Do I need to do? I think maybe this is gonna go away. Yeah, just give him like the big blaster, like Mega Man blaster arm. That's also a super soaker. Just wham wham. I want to shoot poison bullets. Okay. Did a new XCOM game come out, or is that still the one that's like super old? Or was it an expansion? I feel like they were supposed to come out with a new game a little while ago that was supposed to be dope. I don't know if they did. Is that what it was? No, is it? Well, is that still XCOM 2? Or is that... No, but I mean Chimera Squad. Is that an addition to XCOM 2, or is that a new game? It's a separate game? Okay. Gotcha. I think I'm going to get to draw. The psychic snake people? Is that what you're talking about? That was a joke. That was a joke. Whoosh. That's all right. Dude. Okay, how can I make this sci-fi organic arcane gun look dope as hell? That's the question. Just put skulls on it. Maybe it's got a fairy. Maybe there's like a little tiny pixie just holding onto it, like ah, and he's shooting a laser beam out of his hand. one of the heat guards, super long arcane heat guard. Ooh, that doesn't work. Snap. Snap, damn you. Nope, not gonna work. Gotta use. Looks like drow. Ba, 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 ba. Who are you? Who? This is totally unnecessary, but that's all right. I don't know if you need a lot of heat registers or heat protectors, heat shielding. There we go, for an arcane gun. It's the arcane. Yeah, that's true. It's just gotta look stupid, right? Put a muzzle brake on there. One of these. There we go. And then we'll give it one of this. We'll do that right here. We'll do one of these. We'll do that. And we'll do this, and then I don't have to worry about the back side of it because he's maybe going to be holding it. I don't know. Oh boy! I should probably check with the. Well, this is a commission piece, so I need to see, like, hey, do you want a giant gun on your fantasy character? Da 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 da. Oops, sorry. Donked my mic again. Who shall? That looks pretty dope. Except it's supposed to be a planar rifle, which I don't know what that means, but for some reason I feel like I need to draw like an MP9. And then just give it a huge scope. Or a huge barrel. Yeah. Oh, holy crap, that actually looks really cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give it like this weird... Is that a real item? Is it a real item that I just assumed was fake? I don't think it exists. Please. That'd be pretty good. It is I, Snake Man. Alright, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Do 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 ba da da da. What? Don't talk about Fight Club? Oh, we're not supposed to listen to... Okay, rule number 1, don't listen to not. Rule number 2, don't talk about Fight Club. Okay, so I need to get some arcane glyphs in here somewhere. That's step 2. I need to get it going on here. Maybe instead of having like a magazine, it's just got like weird. I feel like I should learn Sumerian. Ancient Sumerian, so I can write like actual spells on drawings and just really curse a whole bunch of people. I started trying to like look up the runic alphabet. Like I want to actually learn this so I can write stuff on my drawings. And the first thing it says is like, if you don't know how to write this, don't mess with it. I'm like, that's very foreboding. Like, how am I supposed to learn the language if I can't write it? Or how am I supposed to learn the writing? So I'm gonna have Thor coming down here being like, hey, I saw what you wrote about me. I'm like, dang it. It's both a sniper and assault, and that the armor is made to look like it. So however the armor looks, the rifle should look too. Okay. That's a little different. That changes things a bit. So we want to change this square stuff to soft curves, which we can absolutely do. Actually, so it was, is this a sniper rifle? It is a sniper rifle, okay. I was going to say, because this would look pretty dope as like a bullpupped. Arcane rifle. Jeez. I hope there aren't any gun nuts in here. They're going to be mad at me because I'm butchering a lot of really cool stuff. A fantasy rifle. I really like this idea, but I'm going to have to make it a little bigger. Iterative design. Get some crystals going in here, because every good gun has crystals in it. Oh man, that plasma pistol is my jam, yo. Yeah, I really liked the original though. I don't remember anymore. I always just played it on the hardest difficulty possible. I had a pretty good team with that. One of my friends is really good at driving the Warthog. I was really good with the shotgun and the pistol. Another friend was really good with the sniper rifle. We would just dominate stuff. Oh man, I miss old school Halo. You know what? I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much now, but I had a lot of fun playing it back in the day. Speaking of nostalgia. Yep. There we go. The cuckoo clock. Okay, what does that mean? It means it's noon, right? Yeah, hey, we're doing all right. How's the YouTube chat doing? It's been a little while. It's been a while. All right. The sad thing is, I don't know if I'm quoting the song or Critical Role anymore. Because that song is dead to me. Am I breaking up? Are people having trouble hearing me? Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I'm only breaking up with Not right now. Please, please allow this to continue. Okay. Ooh, nope, nope, that's wrong. That's not how that would do. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. That's how I do. Hi, diddly dee. Ooh, ooh. Which is the best color? I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of maroon. Cobalt blue is pretty good. Yep, maroon 5. Maroon 5 is a great color. Eiffel 75 is not a bad one. That one takes a little bit of thinking, but it's fine. It's only funny if you laugh. The real question, if you want to know what's the best color, go back in time and just figure out what color your Armored Core 3 mech was. That's the best color. That's alright. Armored Core was bad game. Oh my god, no, I didn't have the Armored Core set up. That would be awesome. But I think that was that game. I think you could definitely buy like a pseudo VR system for it. But no, like you spent so much time working on your mech, and you could like fine tune every colored piece, detail wise, like primary, secondary colors, tertiary colors. So good. I think the color I put my mech is actually the color I picked for my Rook logo. Whatever red color that is, that's the color my mech was. So that's how you find the best color. Yeah. Definitely a shade of Bruno Mars in there somewhere. I think I'm going to get rid of the muzzle brake. I'm actually not feeling it anymore. Are you expecting for there to be scales growing out of your skin, or did it just happen? Lizard Crimson is the best color. I don't know what Lizard Crimson is. I'm going to look that one up. It does sound like a good band, too, though. We're Lizard Crimson. Down with authority. Ooh, Lizard Crimson is a good color. It's a nice dark red. Dark Angel green. I would not have expected Dark Angel to be a green color. I would have expected it to be a blatant ripoff of Hitman, but with Jessica Alba. Ho ho ho! The 90s! Dang! is what we're doing. We're coloring today. And by us, I mean not me. I mean not is coloring today. And apparently making 90s references. Did that come out in the 90s or was that the early 2000s? Dark Angel. October 2000. All right. I say it was a Hitman ripoff, but when the Hitman movie came out, they actually took the first 6 minutes of the Dark Angel series and used it in the movie, which I thought was pretty funny. So maybe it's the other way around. That Hitman movie was terrible. Yeah, you don't need to. Actually, I think there have been 2, and neither of them are worth seeing. I'm going to have to look that up. Yeah. Yeah, neither of them are good. Mm-hmm. Should I buy the Hitman movies? No. I think as things go, I think Not's pretty good and not wasting time. I don't know about your money habits. That's your own business. I gotta spend it. People give me money. I'm just like, stickers! I gotta buy more stickers. That's not true. Wowza. There you go. Can I have the number to your government, please? I'd like to call them and ask. Andreas is saying things about your country. I'd like to confirm them. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I care a little bit. Let's pump the brakes on everything I'm talking about right now because I'm not paying attention anymore. Liquefy. This gun looks crooked. Am I the only one that thinks this looks crooked? It's a little crooked. It's a little wobbly. I think this is just adding. Yeah. I think you're right. Maybe this should be a little higher up. I'm going to put some little details in here. Tell me again that I'm absolutely correct. That'll happen. If you're in the Discord, you might hear people joining the Discord. That's a definite thing that happens. Gotta draw a better thumb. Whoops. I just made this gun not California safe. That's my bad. It's ergonomics is stuff. Yeah. I need to get one of those weird ergonomic chairs. Looks mine's squeaky. But cool. Cool. Andreas is throwing in the dramatic today, so that's fun. Say it however you want, because you're not going to listen to us if we tell you to do it differently. Yeah, that's just like the chair itself is just like, that's not how chairs work. What the hell? I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I need to look up a dragon off real quick. He's got his computer on like a sideways side. Okay, so the thumb should be up. There we go. That's better. I think that's getting close to done for the day. I don't know if I want to start coloring today. Andres is here. I gotta go. No, I think I'm gonna spend a little time cleaning this up before I call it quits today. But I think I'm about done with the lines. I think I just need to. You know, I have that same feeling every time I look at my Google Drive. It's like, this is gonna take me hours to clean. I don't want to do this right now. I gotta. Now it's just work. Yep. You could. Dun, dun. So I'm telling you, that's what art school is like. It's just like, hey, you know that thing you were going to say you was done and then be done with forever and never touch again? Spend 20 more hours on it. It's like, oh, dang it. That's really all art school is. That's good. I hope that worked out for you. I like the sketchy mess too, but there's a limit to it. I have to decide when sketchy mess is okay. Ooh, dang! Not. I hate you. Why'd you do that? posted a dope Mass Effect gun in the thing. Now I gotta start over. Mass Effect Andromeda weapons. Oh yeah, that looks like a bug. So here's my favorite thing about Mass Effect weapons. You can look at them and then look at them the other way and they still work as guns. Like they're Yep, or it could be like a really wicked pistol. Super great. So this is a different style, but I like it. I really like it. Okay. Okay, so you've shamed the tip of my gun away, and I'm going to have to redo it now. No, you were right. It was lazy. It was a lazy gun. I don't know if it would have that peak, though. I think it might actually. Another band name, yeah. I need you to do six. I need you to do an extra d6 of fire damage. I don't wanna. I don't feel like doing that right now. Yeah. Sentient weapons are fun. I think it's fun. How dare you throw me? So it's just returned the wrong way. So you did that damage to yourself. That's crazy. Because I think small balls on a gun are dope. That's how we're going to get the arcane magic in there. You just gotta... You know, every magical item needs to have some balls on it and some swirls. Sure. Yep. It's got a Prince Albert or something. I don't know. I'm gonna give it some. Yep. If you have to stop yourself from saying, "Oh, I can't say this," you don't say it, and that's how it goes. Da, 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 da. No, that's too much. That's too much. Too many balls. Hey, if you prefer floating balls, that's your own. That's your own jam. Don't enforce your floating balls on my art. You heard it here first, people. Don't force your balls on my art. I really like... So I'm looking at these Mass Effect guns, like the top one. It looks like it has a speaker on the bottom. And there's also no trigger. So it's just like, I'm on fire! Pew! I'm on fire again! Boo, 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 boo! Fire! 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 Did we talk about the sound effects in Star Wars? Turns out the reason you can hear the laser blasts and explosions in space is because it's part of the tactile feedback system for the navigation. No, this is a real thing. This is their explanation for why there's sounds in space because it helps the... Nope. Well, yes, absolutely. But it was absolutely put in to make the movie more interesting. But their explanation for it in universe is that the ship's navigations basically create the feedback of explosions, so you can have a more of a three-dimensional feel of what's going on around the ship, which I think is really cool. And it like pipes into people's suits as well. So if there's an explosion behind you, you know it's behind you. I thought that was a really cool idea. But the Mass Effect gun made me think of that. I'm a firing the gun. Pew, 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 pew. I'm a firing my laser. Blah. Man, the internet. Okay, so I like this, but all these lines are sloppy, so I'm going to go ahead and just fix all of this garbage. I like sketchy. God damn it. Okay, now I got that joke. Well done. Well done. I will not repeat that one on YouTube, though. I don't know if I need... I had some guy walk up to me at the gym and tell me a really, really inappropriate joke out of the blue, and I didn't know how to respond to it. I was just kind of like looked at him like, great. It was a weird joke, and it's not worth retelling ever anywhere. But it was just this random dude walks, and I'm like, is this guy like proposition? Is this a code word? Am I supposed to know something about what's going on? Are we trying to like have a transaction here? Exactly, yeah. And it's like, I don't have any like juice or whatever it is you're looking for here, man. And so I just kind of like, cool, and I just walked away from him, and it was the weirdest. I never went back to that gym. Yeah, I was just like, I'm good. I'm not. That's fine. I'm gonna go to the one across town. So yeah, if you think, it's pretty standard. I think weird people at the gym is pretty standard. I knew a dude. Well, this is a weird gym story. I don't know if people would like to hear gym stories on this channel, but I was at one gym, and there was always a guy that would, when he was lifting weights, he would just sit like 3 feet from the mirror, and he would lift the bells up, and he would just like scream as loud as he could, and he would lift them up in the air, and then he would just let them go and drop them. And it's always someone that's just like, I'm loud and I'm lifting weights, then throw the weights. And it's like, don't throw the weights, man. Like, what the hell are you doing? And sure enough, look how strong I am. Like, those are 25 pounds. You're good. Stop it. And then so after like a week of him doing this, all of a sudden the people at the gym put up a piece of paper right in front of his face, like right where he sat every day. It's just a white piece of paper that says, do not drop the dumbbells. And we were like, yes. Take that, screaming weightlifting guy. So, yeah, that's my gym story. It's pretty good. Are people making snake models? It's a cyber gnoll. Yes, it is sci-fi or fantasy. It's specifically both. It was supposed to be both. He is a spell arcane sniper. Yeah. Yep. It's a homebrew class. Yep. You're not wrong at all. I wanted to put the spirals there, but I don't like those spirals. Those are lazy spirals. don't know why I have Final Fantasy music stuck in my head. That's weird. It's time for that sweet battle music. Nope. I've played no Final Fantasy lately. Did you say mount? There's a mount for it? Oh, no. No. I think I just like the Final Fantasy music. Man, did Tom Clancy ever write any D&D books? That would be pretty dope. Neverwinter Assassin. How do I do a unique world setting in D&D? Same way I do a unique world setting anywhere. You just sit down and develop it. Like that's a very vague question. Please redefine your question in the form of a specific question. Sure. How do you develop a game or a world for a video game? You just do it. No, there's lots of steps. There's a lot of steps in there. Can you go ahead and develop a AAA video game for me right now, please? Well, I just did a thing. I just made it a dragon gun. Bah! No, I mean, just a lot of guns have had dragons on them. Are you talking about like the single shot dragon? What are those called? That's a good question. I don't know if that's going to stay there. Welcome, Skykes. Sykes. S-Y-K-E-S. Sykes. There we go. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? It's been a little while since we talked to people in the YouTube chat. Hope everything's going all right. People are hanging out, having a good day. I'm amped up. I like it. Got a little bit of a workout this morning. Got to go to the gym. I didn't get to go to the gym. I've got to go to the gym, is what I was trying to say. All right, what is your question? How do you add enough detail to entice your players while you're creating it? That sounds more like a narrative issue. So when I'm playing, I generally don't introduce a huge amount of detail to my players. I give them like, here's the basic knowledge of what you should know right now, and then I let them either fill it out themselves or ask questions. So, what's the next biggest city over? It's like, oh, well, that's Ironhold. That sounds cool. What's that? Well, and then you describe that. So you don't have to necessarily build a huge novel to tell a story. And to keep your players enticed, like you have to figure out what they want to know and how much they want to know. So yeah. So that's how I would do that. If you're still developing a world, a lot of the time you can start with something that is already done, which is why I like using the Pathfinder books, and I like using the D&D books to kind of start that. Like Neverwinter is usually in my campaign somewhere, but I don't usually set the players in it. They just know that Neverwinter exists. Or if I have to reference like, oh, you've heard about this guy. He's pretty famous in Neverwinter. It's like, oh, wait, Neverwinter? And then they either A, know what that is, or will ask you about it. So. No, it's... No, not necessarily, but it's classic D&D, so a lot of people know about Neverwinter. Yeah. But it's contextually something that I know my players know. Something that my players know exists. And then from there, you can introduce whatever you want. Like Siltstone doesn't exist. If I had to place it on a map comparatively to Neverwinter, I have a place, I don't know where it would be. But I'm not going to tell anybody that because it's a secret. But yeah, so that's how I do that. I give them contextual clues, and then if they want to travel, like, oh, we need to go to the next big city. It's like, cool, that's this one. It's 4 days away. It's this far apart, and then I start mapping that out. So like until things have to be written down, I basically don't write them down. Yeah, that's worked pretty well for me in the past. Then again, I've also like lost my notes and forgotten about things, and been like, shoot, I don't remember. I have no idea how this is supposed to go. Yeah, I do it the opposite. I figure out the map. Yep, no, that's both are good. If you want to start with a map, that can be a lot of fun. The issue I've had with maps before is like, here's a map, and then people are like, we want to go here, and it's like, I have no story there, but okay, here we go. Sure. The issue I've had in the past with giving people a map first is if they don't already have like a dead set destination in mind, people will be like, that looks really cool, let's go there. And it's like, but the town's going to burn down in 4 days. They're like, we'll have time. And it's like, I don't have anything planned. I don't have anything planned for that part of the map, and now I have to make up something, and I've wasted a lot of time and effort. So usually what I do is I give them a map of known locations, like you're traveling from here to here, and here's a map of that, and then I'll update the map as they go. Or a few times Jump Rope has been like, I'm a cartographer, and I'm like, great. So I'll give her very very blank maps, so that she can still do that and have fun with it, but without derailing the party. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Like, if you don't want your players to interact with something, don't mention it. I think Matt Mercer talked about that with the chair. If you remember the chair argument, it's just a normal armchair, but like the whole party got infuriated or infatuated with it. Like, what's it? It's got to be some kind of secret. It's like, it's just a chair. It's like, now that you've said that. Yeah. I had to. Yeah. You've been gone for 2 days. But yeah, Jump Rope is really good about like deity lore. We have a lot of books about lore and dragons, and I'm bad about that stuff. Just the same way I'm bad about writing and language. It's just like I'm not super interested in it. So I'm interested in kind of the concepts of it, but I'm not interested in like learning the ins and outs, and I don't remember it well. So we'll start playing a game, and she'll be like, "Oh, can you tell me about this deity?" And I'm like, "Roll me a dice." And then I have her roll, and if she rolls really high, I'm just like, "You know everything. Your character knows everything you know about that deity," because I don't know anything about it. So yeah, or I'll have to ask her questions and be like, "Wait, is this right?" Yeah. Okay, you don't know that. Your character knows nothing about that, but now that I know it, I can bring that up later. So yeah. Yeah, that's a really great one too. Not is having like a post game kind of wrap up of like, great. So what worked really well for you guys and what didn't? Like, is there something that you really didn't like in that campaign? Um, and so I've had something I ran into, especially with a lot of new players, is they don't understand player autonomy. Like, there's a difference between, okay, your character falls off a cliff, and okay, you need to roll because your character's about to fall off a cliff. Um, and so I have a lot of new DMs, and I did this as well. Is like cutscenes in my head seem really cool. Like, okay, your character runs over here, and then this happens, and they're like, no, fuck that, I don't want that to happen. It's like, but it needs to happen, or the story doesn't progress. And it's like there are ways to keep your characters interjected into the world without removing their autonomy. And so that's something that you just kind of have to learn and talk about. But yeah, and I think talking to your people after a game is a great way to do that, which is what Not suggested. Just like, how much was that too much? Should I not have done that? Should I have made you roll for that? Help your players? Well, my thought for how much you should help your players is a lot of people have the mentality of it's the DM versus the players. The DM is facilitating, yeah, the DM is facilitating a story. So if players aren't having fun, then you're doing something wrong. And so, so if you have to give a lot of hints to your players, that's okay if they need them or they want them. But if they don't want the hints, don't give it to them, because that'll also not be fun for super people. Unfortunately, a lot of advice for DMing is really you have to talk to your players and you have to understand. But it really depends, because I've had players that basically like, oh, your character's going to die, so I'm going to do this to help you, and they're like, nope, my character is dead. I'm okay with that. And it's like, okay, cool. But I'm also a big proponent. This is one of the reasons that I'm a big. The proponent's the wrong word. I really like the hero point system. I think it's a good way to do it, because it allows players to basically say like, I need help, or I want to do something that maybe isn't totally fair, but I have a set number of times I can do that, and I'm a big fan of that. So yeah, it is, and I think that's fair to do. I've had a few times where it's been a little excessive, and I've had to say like, okay, you can't do that with hero points anymore. Like, that was the last time you'll ever be able to do that. Or I will basically, the hero point system that I use is you can say you want to do something, and you give me the token, and then I decide how that happens. So you can't just be like, I want to make sure that this happens and I win. It's like, how about you give me the token? Okay, here's what's actually going to happen. Or you still have to roll for it, or you still have to make sure something is balanced. But yeah, I've had a few DMs that are like, okay, let's just retcon something. It's like, I don't like doing that. I feel like that happens because unless it happened like that turn or just the turn before, like, oh, I didn't realize that's what you meant, I would have done this. It's like, okay, that's fine. As soon as somebody else starts rolling, it's like, that's in the past. That's already happened, and it's done. We can't really fix it now. So gotcha. Do notes have claws? I think they have claws. Yeah. Yeah. See, like a big thing I like is with hero points is like, I'd like to take my turn right now. It's like, if you haven't gone in a round, I'll let you hero point to right then. Just like, I want to cheat. I want to go first. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, give me your hero point. Yeah. But I have had a few players that will, like, would take their turn and be like, okay, I want to use a hero point to go again. It's like, you know, that's you don't get to play twice. That's not fair. But I will let you go first next round, or I will let you. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Just kind of rewind time. I like the idea of just like, oh, he failed. You can re-roll a die. You can. What are some of the things I've done with 0 points? When you started complaining about how many balls it had, it became a bubble pistol. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Arcane explosion. Just shoots a bubble beam like a Kingler. I hit him with magic. No, I've still not watched JoJo's whatever adventure. Is the bubble gun a thing in there that I should know about? Great. That's kind of my stance on it right now. I don't know what that means. Oh, what did I do with his knee? What is going on here? When did that happen? Sweet Jiminy. Okay. We gotta fix that. What's the worst thing I ever did? What's the worst thing I've ever done as a DM? I think this is a good example. It's actually on the same note. My friend was playing a gunslinger, and he wanted to have like a bitter rivalry with someone. And so I wrote like this whole cutscene to let the villain escape if my friend didn't roll high enough. And the way I did it, I thought it would be really cinematic and like badass Western story. And it just made him really frustrated. Because every time I was like, okay, you shoot, and he shoots. Okay, now this happens and moves over here, and this, like they're fighting on top of a plane, and he was just like, I wouldn't do that. I would just keep shooting, and I'm like, but that's not as cool. And he's like, I want to keep shooting, and it was really frustrating for him. And at the end, he was basically really pissed off, and I was like, okay, I get where you're coming from, but I wouldn't have thought that because I initially thought like, yeah, cutscenes are cool. Cutscenes are in all games. I can build dynamic tension. Everything has to be in the player's decision. Otherwise, it really kind of breaks the immersion. Yeah, that's a little weird. Did you try to DM a game without actually reading any of the rules? Is that what's going on? That sounds awful, and I I hope your players are able to play it. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't want to say people shouldn't do something because, like, I mean, if you physically can't draw, there are still ways to do art, but it's like if you want to be a DM, you kind of owe it to your players to understand the game well enough. So yeah, so it's just that's good. Sure. I think having someone read it with you, or I mean, just play it a whole bunch before you start DMing might be the way to do it. But really understanding the game is important. And at least I used to say all the time, like, if you're DMing a game and you don't know what rule to use, make it up, because confidence is better than nothing. But I've changed that, my perspective of it now, and it's really more consistency is important, more important than confidence. So if you're gonna play, yeah, and I think the best way I've figured out with that is, if there's not sure how a rule works, you say to the party, like, oh, I'm not sure, let's look it up, or we can do it this way, and if we do it this way, that's how we're doing it from now on. And if someone's like, I don't know about that, it's like, cool, let's look it up. Let's take a minute and look it up so we know, and we'll continue on with that ruling. I know a lot of people don't like to break immersion, but it's like it needs to be consistent. And when things aren't consistent, that's when people stop having fun, because they feel cheated, or they feel like they're not being treated fairly. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I want to be the boss. It's like, great. How do people deal with racial hit points? I've had a few people say that they're taking racial hit points and class hit points, and I'm like, that doesn't seem right to me. That's not how that works. But basically, like, if you're a level 5 bear, you have 5 hit points in bear. And so I've always gone, if you take racial hit dice, that counts as a level, and that's why you have those stats. So if you're a level 5 bear, CR 5 bear, those are 5 levels that you can't put into, like, rogue. But if you want to be a level 10 bear rogue, then you can be level 5 in rogue, level 5 in bear. And I've gotten into arguments about that online. And it's kind of a weird thing, because the book kind of says that's okay, but not really. Like, it really depends on how you're interpreting the rules. Yes, but actually, no. That's a great way to put it. So there's always ways. You can always argue something about the book, and that's why I think consistency is kind of important. And if you want to run a game with legendary actions on your players, go for it. You have to be aware that your players have legendary actions. Yeah. Over explaining. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, learning. It's okay to fail as a DM, as long as you're open about it. I also had a lot of DMs just be like, basically tell their players to shut up. Just like, no, I'm the DM, it's this way. And it's like, that's partially okay to, like, say, stop, we're playing something a specific way. But if you're in the wrong, like, you have to be able to say, like, okay, I screwed that up. I'm sorry. And if you can't do that, that's, maybe you shouldn't be a DM. But that's okay. I mean, that's the tough thing about being a DM, is that you are, as long you're in control, and you have to take that kind of with a grain of salt, because it's your job to be fun. It's your job to make the game fun, and if the game's not fun, but really important to talk to your players. Really important to talk to your players. I think we did it. I think I got a pretty badass Sci-Fi Gnoll. Let's kind of darken this up. Yep. Yeah. No, I'll probably clean up these runes. I think I might erase them and then put them in with color, so they're just kind of popping out. I think that'll look a little cooler. But I do want some sweet runage right here. Probably right there. Maybe I'll do another plate here. That's fine. It'll look better later. All right, I'm done with that. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's cool. Got some Jonas Snake people. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow. Just gotta hang some laundry. That's not me. Tomorrow, I think, if Not is available, we could invite Not back to the chat. Maybe. If not, we can try to find someone else. I still have this commission. I could try to finish this commission today, or I kind of want to work on the other video though. So I might work on the video and then we can color tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a good color day, actually, to learn how to do color. But yeah, because I wouldn't mind getting back in the Discord draw too. Maybe we could do that. What day is tomorrow? Wednesday? Wednesday we could finish up the commission, and then Thursday we could do a Discord draw day. Try to do some color theory, because I'm bad at that. We could figure that out. But yeah. So thanks everybody for watching. I'm gonna go get some lunch. We did some fun stuff today. Had some weird conversations about DMing. I'm kind of into the sci-fi Gnoll. I think that's a cool idea. Kind of RoboCopy. Yeah. But we'll keep going with that. We'll keep looking around. I don't think we're going to play D&D this week. I don't think we will, because I have another game Friday night that I have to prepare for. I don't want to try to do both, because I think that'll screw up both of them. So maybe next week. I think next week we'll do another episode of the actual D&D game. Let's call it the Siltstone game. I think that's fun. I think I am going to try to post that as its own video as well. So I'm going to finish up the next Why You Should Play video, which hopefully I'll have up before Friday, and then I will release the actual D&D gameplay video next week, I believe. So we'll have some extra videos coming up there. I got stickers, so I'm going to talk to some people on Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member, feel free to check that out. Feel free to check out the YouTube membership as well. There's a lot of free little things you can check out there. PNGs, tokens, stickers for... I don't know. I think I said the Bugbears were going to get stickers this time around. And then after that, I might bump it up to just the Hobgoblins. But I'd like that to start being a consistent thing. And as we get more Patreon members, I have enough money to actually start spending some money to get tokens or stickers as a reward, because they have a little bit of they cost a little bit to make, and so I have to make sure I'm balancing out that cost to make it work when viable. Otherwise, I would just go broke, and that would not be good. So we will keep doing that, and we will keep looking at everything else, and we'll keep hanging out. Thanks for go broke or go home. So we will keep hanging out in the Discord. And we'll play more D&D. If you have a cool story, let me know. Keep your dice on the table and be safe out there, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.